Hi guys, this is Brenda, and I just have had on my heart the past few days with the coronavirus and in my area, a lot of our schools have closed. Actually, all schools are closed, churches are closed, a lot of businesses and places of employment are closed. And I really have on my heart to talk about the children today. Parents, I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook. Parents are like, I'm homeschooling my children and I have no idea and I never thought I would be doing this. And I want to be an encouragement today that this can be a fun time in the midst of a tragic time, to be spending these opportunities with your children at home when normally everyone in the family kind of goes their separate ways. Kids go to school, mom goes to work, dad goes to work. And now you find yourself at home. And the best thing to do for these children, children need to know what's going on. They know something's up. They're very smart. Explain to them in their terms how, according to their age, of course, the best way they can understand what's going on with the sickness that's going around, and that, people are trying to protect each other from getting sick. And so we have to be at home right now for a couple of weeks with mommy and daddy. And that would be an important thing, I think, would be just to be honest with your kids and let them know what's going on. And without scaring them, without causing them to worry, because children do worry about things. I would encourage you to sit down and work up a family schedule during this time, because children need that. Children need routine. They need to know when things are going to happen. That's how it is for them at school. They have recess time, time for math, time for lunch, time for music, bathroom time. We don't run our households that way, and I understand that. But as a homeschool mom, I homeschooled my kids for a total of 17 years. And the first thing I noticed right off the bat is that for that period of time when my children needed to be learning, we turned our home into, it was a different environment. It was more structured. And kids need that. Kids need that to be able to learn and to be able to be calm. If you notice your children, I've seen also posts about the kids just going crazy. It's because their routine is disturbed, is disrupted. I would encourage you to make a family schedule and write that out, even for the kids that are able to read and understand that, from this time to this time, we'll be working on schoolwork. I'm not sure what the schools have done as far as providing schoolwork for the kids to stay caught up. I don't even know if they've been able to do that. But as a parent, you could go online and download sheets of math facts, spelling words, coloring pages. Those would be the things I think would be important for children to stay caught up on, would be their math and their reading and spelling. And you can have them write stories, write a story about the funniest part of my day yesterday was, tell them to write 4 sentences, or an older child could write their opinion of the coronavirus and how it feels to be at home instead of at school. There's different things like that could keep them learning and keep them focused. And during that time, I would encourage parents to, in our homeschool, before TV came on and before the video games or anything happened, we had our schoolwork. School came first because I wanted to get the best part of their day when they were the most alert and the most able to sit and focus. Once I let a child watch TV while I was helping another child, then I would have to bring that child and try to do a subject with them, and it was like so hard for them to focus. So I would encourage, no screen time before school. And also you will realize that a couple hours a day is probably enough for most families to accomplish their schoolwork. Of course, larger projects take larger time, and the little kindergartners, they don't need 2 hours. They can get their things done faster than that. But even as a family, I would work up a schedule, and I would, because everyone's at home, that's more of a burden on mom, maybe, to keep laundry done. The kids could help gather clothes, dirty laundry, and bring to the laundry room. Everyone could make their bed to the best of their abilities. Children are able to load and unload dishwashers and put the dishes and silverware things away. They can fold towels and washcloths. Have a time for doing chores. And it's very important to keep your houses, tidy and clean at this time for our health as well. So I would just encourage you as parents that this could be a good opportunity to enjoy being with your children, and use this time wisely. Be diligent to help them keep caught up with their schoolwork, but also to help them be secure and comfortable in this environment of, it's a scary time even for adults, but let's try to keep the kids peaceful and calm and reassured that this is a time, it's not comfortable for us, but it's a time that we can use for the best and have good memories for our family. Something else you might do is take pictures of these activities you're doing with your children. Make scrapbooks with them of the coronavirus quarantine where you all had to be at home together and what that was like. And I think it'll be fun to look back on. We were homeschooling our children when 9/11 happened, and we found ways to incorporate that, things for them to do and help them cope with the fear that was in our country at that time. Our youngest one was 7 years old, and he wrote a letter to the president thanking him for keeping us safe. And kids need to be a part of things. Kids need to be involved, and they need to be able to understand what's going on around them. They cope better, and their behavior is better if they're more settled and having more fun. As a family quarantined, might be a time that we might get on each other's nerves just really bad. To prevent that, of an evening, you might have game nights, have spelling bees for the children, hide and seek, a treasure hunt in the house. Just try to think out of the box, because we're in a situation we're not used to. And to keep us from getting bored and irritated with each other, or the children from getting hyper and wild because they're left, they're at home all day long. Don't let them be at home on their iPads all day long, or sleep in their beds all day long. Find good things for them to do. And like I said, I believe a schedule, so they can see this is what's going to happen then, this is what's going to happen next, and reassure them. Well, it's time for school right now, but we'll have a snack after we do school. Things like that will be very helpful to children. I would love to answer questions, or if you have any comments, let me know. This is just some thoughts I was having today, so I thought I would just talk to you real quick about that. I hope we all stay safe, and this is a short-lived quarantine because it is difficult, and just pray for each other, and everybody stay healthy, and hopefully it will be over soon. Thanks for listening.